Hello everyone, welcome back to the audit class for ethics, professional responsibility and journal principle. In this class, we'll be discussing in detail of ethics, independence and professional conduct. And the main topic we're going to discuss in detail in this video is AICPA Code of Professional Conduct Part 2. If you have missed Part 1, go back and check the Part 1 video because this video is in continuation of that. Let's dive into the part 2 of AICPA Professional Code of Conduct.
So we are in audit section. Let's jump into ethics, independence and professional responsibility. AICPA Code of Professional Conduct. Let's do 5 questions here. Okay. Under which of the following circumstances may a CPA charge fee that are contingent upon finding a specific result? And now we touch base on contingent fee rule, right? So we'll be discussing in detail on the contingent fee rule. Then you will be in a better position to understand this question. But let's say based on our current understanding, let's try to give an answer to it. So what is the question? Sorry, my bad. What is the question? What is the call of the question?
When can a CPA charge fees for a specific engagement in which the results are dependent upon a contingency? So whether he can charge or not. What can be the exception to that situation where he can charge?
Absolutely true. So first point is, for a compilation, if a third party will use the financial statement and disclosure is not made in the report. Second is for an audit or review, if agreed upon by both the CPA and the client, if fixed by the code, other public authority and tax matter, if based on the result of the judicial proceeding. And the last one is for an examination of prospective financial statement, when a CPA can charge contingent fee, basically.
Sir, I think C.
How is it? How about others?
I think first should be the
first one, compilation.
Yeah, maybe because in other cases they should discourage that. Like if we are going to a tax authority and we are charging based on, from our client based on the results, that should not be, I suppose.
Just read the first point again. What do you understand by it? For a compilation, if a third party will use the financial statement and disclosure is not made in the report, so can I charge contingent fee for a
compilation of third party?
No, sir.
No, sir. Answer should be C.
Yes, sir. Third.
Okay, so
Even
Rahul,
I go with
For
this.
C, for C, I would say C because only the fact which I'm thinking is like they have mentioned that if fixed by the courts. This is something which court has fixed that the person will be getting something extra. Otherwise, it would have been the other way around. Like we discussed that if there is any litigation matter, the auditor cannot ask for a extra fees based on the results of that particular litigation.
Okay, so majority is with C so far.
तो सेकंड और फोर्थ तो होगा ही नहीं क्योंकि सर इसमें तो कोई एक्सेप्शन तो है ही नहीं
वो परव्यू में नहीं आता सेकंड और फोर्थ तो
Yeah, Sandeep, Pulak.
C, sir. I go with C, sir.
C. Garvit, Gurmeher.
C, sir, C.
C. Everyone is with C. So Ayush, let's go with C.
Why it will be C then?
That's the right answer. Okay, cool. Very nice. Very nice. So next question. A CPA is charged of the external audit of a non-issuer received an unexpected inheritance that include 100 shares of audit client's common stock. Which of the following action should CPA take to avoid violation of independence rule? So here what question is saying, for example, let's say you are a CPA and you are doing audit of a private company, and unfortunately, let's say any of your grandfather or grandmother or any of your lineal ascendant has expired, and they have you got inheritance of 100 shares of that particular company. So what you will be doing? So would it be impairment of your independence or not? Would it be violating the independence rules or not? So question is, a CPA is a charge of external audit of a non-issuer received an unexpected inheritance that include 100 share of the audit client's common stock. Which of the following action should CPA take? So now you have received 100 share of the client for which you are doing audit. So as a CPA, what you will be doing now? First one is petition. Yeah. Sorry, Avneet, you're saying.
I think sell or donate the stock. I think.
Sell or donate the stock within 30 days after receipt of the ownership right. Okay. Resign from the audit firm, decline to accept the inheritance, or petition the AICPA for an independence exception from unforeseen circumstances. So Avneet is saying D.
Fourth one. Sir, fourth one.
How about others?
Sir, fourth one.
Fourth one, first cannot be there because there is no independence exception, such kind of a thing which can happen. Either you perform the audit or you leave that audit of the entity. That's what I think. And inheritance, why would he decline the inheritance? I mean, it is coming to him as a bonus. And then resign from the audit firm, he'll never resign. Obviously, why leave a job in this case? So the fourth option I could think of this by this pattern only.
Okay.
As per Indian code of conduct, it will be like that. At any point of time, he should not have any shares. And there is a limit up to 50,000 like that. And I don't know the limit in AICPA. So taking into consideration, the best answer I go is he should resign from the audit firm. If there is a rule that at any point of time he should not be the owner of the shares. If it is so, then he should resign. Or else there can be some other alternatives.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be discussing certain exception to the general rule. So this situation come under the exception to the general rule. Yeah, Rahul, Pulak, Ayush, Gurmehar, what's your thought?
Sir, since you given a hint that there is an exception, even I go with the last option.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. So yeah, that's right. So if you see, member in public practice shall be independent in performance of the professional service as required by the standard promulgated by the body designated AICPA Council. Owning a stock of an audit client create an adverse interest threat, since there is a risk of CPA will not act with the objectivity because of the member interest are in the opposition of the interest of the attest client. The adverse interest threat applies to the member in public practice and member in business. In order to avoid the violation of the independence rule, CPA should dispose of, that is either by selling or donating the stock not later than 30 days after the acquiring of stock. So this is an exception to the general rule. Right? Makes sense? So if you have received any such stock within 30 days, either you sell or you can donate them. But key thing is 30 days. Next question is, a member of a group engagement team will not be subject to discipline if a foreign component auditor depart from the ethic requirement as long as a member of the state CPA society is in compliance with the IASBA's Code of Ethics and Professional Accountant. The member is in compliance with the AICPA Code of Professional Conduct. The foreign component accountant is in accord with the ethics and independence requirements set forth by the AICPA. Foreign component auditor is in accord with the ethics and independence required set forth in the IASB Code of Professional Conduct. So here, what is the question? A member of a group engagement team will not be subject to discipline if foreign component auditor depart from the ethic requirement as long as they comply with what? So here the point is for the foreign component auditor. So foreign component auditor need to comply with the AICPA or IESB.
Sir, I think B is the answer.
Even my blind guess here is D is the answer.
B, why? The member
D,
is in
D.
Okay, the foreign component auditor is in accord with the ethics and independence requirements set forth by ISB Code of Ethics of Professional Accountant. How about others?
I also D, sir.
D. Everyone is with D? क्या हो गया?
Yes, yes.
इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है भाई? That's right.
Right.
So as in foreign auditor, like it's not mandatory to adhere to all AICPA code of conduct. Till then, they are adhering to the IESB code of conduct, right?
Sir, what is IESB, sir?
Like international body similar to AICPA. Under the Code of Professional Conduct of AICPA, which of the following is required to be independent in fact and appearance when discharge professional responsibility? Under the Code of Professional Conduct of AICPA, which of the following is required to be independent in fact and appearance? What is independent in fact and what is independent in appearance? Any idea? When discharging the professional. What is
in
that?
fact means on paper and appearing means in work.
Yeah, absolutely true. Do you mind sharing some example for appearance? I know fact everyone easily understand.
Sir, for example, in 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐩𝐿 on paper the auditors are independent, but in practice they are not.
In Satyam, it was not independence issue.
I mean, sir, they did not give the opinion independently without any affecting.
No, there was negligence on the part of the auditor.
I mean, they both what called, I don't know, agreed for some manipulating the results, both auditor and the client.
Yeah, but I would not 100% agree to it. For example, let's say Sandeep and Kamal, they both are good friends, right? And Sandeep has CPA firm and Kamal is doing education business, let's say, and Kamal appoints Sandeep to do the audit of my business, right? And at the public at large, it seems like Kamal and Sandeep are good friends, right? They stay together, they eat together, they walk together, they go in a meeting together, they go in a public gathering together. It seems they both are business partners and they both are very close friends and close relatives, right? So in appearance, it does not seem like Sandeep is independent when he is conducting audit of Kamal's company, right? That is called in appearance also. So in appearance also, public should not feel like you both are not independent. Public should not feel like you both are relatives or may have conflict of interest.
Yes, sir.
Right? Just keep this interpretation in mind and let's understand, let's try to answer this question.
Okay, sir.
Under the Code of Professional Conduct of AICPA, which of the following is required to be independent in fact and appearance when discharge the professional responsibility? All the CPAs, a CPA not in public practice, a CPA in public practice providing audit and other attestation service, a CPA in public practice providing tax and management advisory service. Very simple answer.
I go with C, sir.
C?
I go with C.
How about others?
I would go with A. All CPAs.
All CPAs?
All CPAs.
How can all CPAs be independent? There might be possible two brother and sister could be CPA.
But sir, independence comes into picture when they are working on one single, one particular engagement, right? But that can also happen, like for example, if you're working in a big four, you all are friends, you all have connections, and people are working on different engagements. So how does that impact?
We'll come to that. That's a norm. Like, it doesn't mean if you're a CPA you cannot have friends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, everybody is friends. I mean, obviously, in certain situations when we go on audit of certain engagements, the CFO is an ex-EY member, right? And then they both, the person who is going to audit, and they both know each other from their past history. So that doesn't mean. It's just that by discharging their professional responsibilities, they have to be independent, in fact, in appearance.
Yeah.
Like while performing.
So which professional responsibility? All professional responsibility, not in public practice, tax services, management services.
Audit services, basically. So third, C.
Audit services and other attestation services.
Yes, sir. Even I.
Yeah. So I just remember the point. CPA can
Yeah.
also do that.
It's so for
So CPAs don't require for compilation. The independence is not required in that case. So in that case, the third answer is correct, I would say.
Okay. That's absolutely right. Last question. Which of the following service may a CPA perform in carrying out a consulting service engagement of client? So which of the following service may a CPA perform to carry out consulting service engagement for a client? Review of the client prepared business plan, or preparation of the information for obtaining finance. Which of the following services may a CPA perform?
One only.
Review of the client prepared business plan, or preparation of the information for obtaining finance. Or both, or none of them?
No, sir, one only.
Sir, I think one only.
Why one?
I go with both. C option.
I think
I also go for both.
Both one and two.
So
I also go for both.
Okay, so why both?
Because there is no auditing involved in any of the options, and maybe he can do the both, because there is no independence or other issue involved if he carries out both the functions. So maybe he can do it. Because it's consulting, a service engagement and not an auditing service engagement. That's why I think it should be both.
And both looks, perfect from consulting point of view. So that's why I guess both option is right.
As Ayush said correctly that this is not an audit engagement. This is just a consulting where the scope cannot be limited by anything. And we can review and we can gather the information for obtaining the financing to the client.
Okay. Yeah, Kashish, so, why you are saying one only?
Some preparation of information for obtaining finance. Sir, ये relate नहीं कर रहा था consulting से थोड़ा.
No, like generally, if you have seen, like in India also, CA also do this preparation work for the financing. They help you in making the project. They help you in preparing your financial statement. They help you in preparing for budgeting or business plans, isn't it? Comes under the consulting service.
हाँ सर, ये है आयुष का पॉइंट से एग्री हूँ कि ऑडिट वाला कोई पॉइंट इसमें है नहीं ऑडिट सर्विस का, so that's why I think दोनों ही ठीक है.
Okay, let's see. That's right. A member may provide extensive consulting service to an audit client without losing independence, as long as the member does not make management decision and member role is advisory in nature only. Right? See how good you are doing. Right? But one thing you need to keep in mind is the time only. So ideally, it should be 90 seconds per question should be the average time. But if you see otherwise, you all are doing fantastic. Right? I know
it's because we have opinion from many people.
but still, as a group, we are doing really good, like 100% almost. So the directionally we are right, but we need to increase the speed. I feel so, right? Because we do like a lot of deliberation as well in class. That's different thing. But directionally we are right, or even without even studying AICPA code of professional conduct yet, right? Once you study, you cross more than 100.